All right, guys, welcome to part 2 of my NBA picks video. And let's go ahead and begin with the Warriors taking on the Cavaliers, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Cleveland. The Cavs are the 1.5-point favorite, total at 223 and a hook. We saw a half-a-point fade of Cleveland and movement upward on the total. The Cavs open as the 2-point favorite, down to -1.5. Total open 222 up to 223 and a hook. 53% of the consensus are leaning toward Cleveland, 66% shaded toward the over. And right now, Golden State is plus 105 on the money line away from home. Now, if you like the struggling Warriors in this matchup here, I might be on the same side as you. They're 4-3 against the spread in their last 7. They rank in the top 3 from the free throw line. Very good from the stripe. Looney's been upgraded to questionable, so chance we should see him tonight. But D'Angelo Russell, 24 points a game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Just a definite professional. He's in a tough kind of position there in Golden State, and he's still, getting the production done. Alec Burks, 16 points a game, 5 rebounds for him. And Eric Paschall, 13 points a game, 5 rebounds for the Warriors. Golden State's in the top 10 in road free throw percentage as well. Now, Cleveland on the other side, really, really struggling as of late. Losers of 9 out of their last 10. They've also won just 6 out of 25 home games this year. They're currently tied with the Knicks and Atlanta for the worst record in the East. I believe Tankapalooza has already started. We are well underway there. Cleveland, bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage. They're giving up 114 points per contest. Now, total-wise, Cleveland is 5-0 to the over in their last 5, 80% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, 5 out of Golden State's last 7 got over the number as well. I'm going to lean toward another road dog in this one. Give me Golden State plus 1.5 and the over 223.5 in that contest. Next game, Hawks taking on the Mavericks, 8:30 Dallas. The Mavs are the 5-point favorite, total at 237. We saw a half-a-point fade of Dallas and movement upward on the total. The Mavs open 5.5 down to -5. Total open 236.5 up to 237. 64% are leaning Dallas. 73% shaded toward the over. Right now, Atlanta's plus 185 on the money line. Hunter and Fernando are questionable for the Hawks. Bembry and Len are out. And Jabari Parker's still out indefinitely for Atlanta. This Hawks team, they're just 5-20 straight up on the road this year. 8-17 against the spread in those road games. They rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 10 in offensive rebounding. Atlanta just 13-36 overall for this season. 8.5 games back of that 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Couple more things to add about the Hawks. They rank in the bottom 3 in points allowed, bottom 5 in defensive rebounding. They're giving up 122 points per contest away from home. Dallas on the other side, 80% against the spread in their last 10. They rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. Now, obviously, Luka Doncic is out indefinitely. I'm well aware of that. But this is the current situation. I mean, these guys are going to have to play without Luka. They're going to have to get the job done without Luka. That's our current situation. Luka Doncic out indefinitely. They still have some other role players. Kristaps Porzingis, 17 points a game, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. Tim Hardaway Jr., 14 points a game, 3 rebounds for him. And Seth Curry, not Steph, but Seth Curry, he's averaging 11 points a game and 2 assists. This Dallas team can win. They can cover without Luka. It's going to be tougher for them, but the lines, the markets will adjust to that. And a lot of times, they have a knee-jerk reaction. They over-adjust because they know the public will over-adjust for the omission of Luka Doncic. Now, a couple more things. Dallas, top 10 in defending the 3-ball. They are averaging 116 points per contest. Now, 5 out of Dallas's last 8 did get over the number. They're also 14-11 to the over on their home court. 8 out of Atlanta's last 9 got over the number as well. They are 16-9 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean Dallas -5 at home here and the over 237 in that contest. Next game, Sixers taking on the Celtics. This should be a good one. 8:30 Eastern tip-off in Beantown. Boston is -2.5 total at 214 and a hook. Now, we did see a 1-point fade of Boston at home here. We also saw movement downward on the total. The Celtics opened 3.5 down to -2.5. Total opened 215 down to 214 and a hook. 66% are leaning Boston. 69% shaded toward the over. And right now, Philadelphia is plus $1.30 on the money line. Now, both teams, very good records, very good trends. I just want to cover a few of them for both sides real quick. Philadelphia, they rank in the top 3 in points allowed. They're giving up just 105 points per contest. But on the other side, Boston, they are virtually unbeatable at home. 19-5 straight up at the TD Garden. They rank in the top 5 in defensive field goal percentage. Both teams, 5-5 straight up in their last 10 meetings. They've split. This is a great rivalry. This is a great series, and it has been over the past couple seasons. Guys, if you want to know who I'm picking to cover this game, go to my daily best play on my Patreon website. That is my current premium pick for the day, my premium daily best play. Link for that is in the comments section below. It's in the description section below as well. And once again, the winner of this game is my current daily best play on patreon.com/rockpage. Now, total-wise, Boston 5-0 to the over in their last 5. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. 5-0 to the under in their last 5. They're giving up just 106 points per contest on their home court. Meanwhile, Philadelphia on the other side, they rank at the top 10 in points allowed on the road. They are 15-10 to the under when traveling. So although I can't give you a pick here because I'm picking this game on my daily best play on my website, I will let you know that I think this one's going under. So give me the under 214.5 in that contest. All right, coming down the home stretch here. Next game, Charlotte versus the Spurs, 9 o'clock San Antonio. The Spurs open as the 8-point favorite, up to minus 8.5. Total open 216, down to 215. 58% are leaning San Antonio. 83% shaded toward the over. And right now, Charlotte is plus 340 on the money line. Now, Charlotte has successfully covered the point spread in 2 out of their last 3. They've also gone 4-3 against the spread in their last 7. I know they're ice cold right now, but they do have the capacity and the ability to cover an 8.5 point spread, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. Charlotte, top 10 in defending the 3-ball on the road. They're currently 11th in points allowed on the road as well. Now, San Antonio, they've dropped 3 out of their last 4. They also rank in the bottom 10 in points allowed. San Antonio is amongst the worst covering teams at home in the association. They've had 25 home games. They've covered the point spread in just 8 of them. 8-17 against the spread at home this year. They also rank in the bottom 10 in home offensive rebounding. 4 out of the Spurs' last 6 got over the number. They're also 15-10 to the over at home. Charlotte, oddly enough, 15-10 to the over when traveling. So I'm going to lean toward another road dog in this one. Give me Charlotte plus 8.5 and the over 215 in that contest. Next game, Lakers, Kings, 10 o'clock Sacramento. The Lakers open -7, down to -6. Total open 225, up to 226. 73% are leaning Lakers, 64% on the over. Right now the Kings are plus 220 on the money line. Bagley's out, Holmes still out indefinitely for the Kings. Sacramento's dropped 7 out of their last 10. They also covered just 30% of the games in those 10 as well. They rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 5 in offensive rebounding. They've won just 8 out of their 22 home games this year, and they've gone just 7-15 against the spread in those 22 home games as well. Lakers on the other side, looking to bounce back. Tough loss last night after they commemorate Kobe. Really emotional. They were in a bad spot to not only win a game, but cover. 13 points was way too much to be laying, and I thought them winning outright was in question, and in fact it was. Way too emotional. A lot to ask for those guys to play at a high level after essentially being at a funeral. But anyway, Lakers still good on the road, 20-5 straight up on the road. I'm going to look for them to bounce back here today. They rank in the top 10 in road scoring, and they are first in the NBA in road offensive field goal percentage. One more thing to add about the Lakers, they rank in the top 10 in road offensive rebounding as well. Now, Los Angeles, 70% to the over in their last 10. 9 out of Sacramento's last 10 got over the number as well. I like the Lakers, like I said, to bounce back here. Give me the Lakers laying the 6 and the over 226 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Jazz taking on Portland, 10:30 Eastern tip-off. The Jazz open -5, up to -6. Total open 226.5, up to 227 and a hook. 54% are leaning Portland, 83% shaded toward the over. Right now the Blazers are plus 220 on the money line. Now Portland, big win last night against the Lakers. They definitely played fast, spirited basketball. They weren't going to lay down for the Lakers, who obviously everybody was rooting for, but I think this is a huge letdown spot, especially in a back-to-back. They also really, really struggled to cover the point spread at the Moda Center. They've covered just 8 out of 23 home games this year. They also rank in the bottom 5 in points allowed at home, bottom 10 in home defensive rebounding. Like I said, I don't think this is a great spot for Portland backers. I think this is a huge letdown spot. These guys really, really played hard and fast last night, and I just don't think it's a great spot at home here, considering they really struggle to cover at home. One more thing about Portland. They're allowing 116 points per contest at the Moda Center. I like the very, very powerful Utah Jazz in this spot here. Give me Utah -6 and the over 227.5 in that game. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we went a perfect 4-0 yesterday in our premium sports picks on that website. Shout out to Vince Aurelio, Karen Zaransky, Jomana, Lazuki Gamer, Demetrios Karamanos. Shout out to Vernon Williard, Daily Sports Grind, James J, Rashim Cheney. Shout out to Guardian Angel, Bryant Dela Cruz, Dennis Hurley, Soundoff 78. Shout out to Hustle Wilson. Always nice to see Hustle Wilson. I love that name. Shout out to Real Hicks for Love, Ryan Maciel, The Rudy, Dominique Hughes, and last but certainly not least, good name here. Got to give a shout out to Josh Fitness and Fun. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. Don't forget, do yourself a favor and check me out on Patreon. We are red hot there right now. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.